Ian Gary just about confirmed that an Islam Makhachev title shot is next up. Listen to this. Just a few weeks ago, Gary said if the UFC books him against Islam, he's flying straight to Georgia to level up his wrestling. Now, fast forward, and a fresh social media post shows Gary locking in a flight to Georgia. That move alone has fans buzzing that he's deep in camp mode for a possible showdown, even though nothing has been officially signed yet. And hold up, Kamaru Usman just added more heat by calling Islam out again, saying he's the stylistic nightmare for him. Kamaru made it clear he sees a gap in their skill sets. He argued that Makhachev looked untouchable when he captured the belt against JDM because Jack's base isn't wrestling heavy, but Usman says wrestling is his bread and butter, and that's exactly why he thinks he's the one who could dethrone Islam. He even teased a potential cross-division shakeup, saying if he grabs the welterweight strap, he's calling out middleweight king Khamzat Chimaev next.
So I think myself and Islam is a phenomenal guy, phenomenal champion, what he's been able to do. I just think, as we know, styles make a fight.
That's it.
And I think I'm the most difficult style for him right now. And I think I'm the best test for him. Because, let's be honest, Islam is extremely talented. But that last fight, he made it look easy. Because the former champion there was a deficit in the game.
Yeah.
And that happens to be where I'm strong as well. So I think that's a tremendous matchup. I love Islam, but I think I get that title. And if I get that title, I think a lot of people wanted to see that rematch with Khamzat.
I would love to see that.
Camp. It was too short, and I've been accustomed to fighting 5-round fights.
True. Yeah.
And so it just, if I was able to get that opportunity again and to actually prepare for a big, strong Khamzat. He's done everything that was asked of him to do. So given that opportunity again, I approach that fight a little different.
Nate Diaz just dropped the news on his comeback. And hold up, the potential matchups are huge. He's eyeing a trilogy showdown with Conor McGregor, a fight with Dustin Poirier, and even a brawl against Mike Perry. Being one of the biggest American names in MMA, Diaz could realistically headline a White House card. His presence would instantly boost star power alongside fighters like Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria. That said, his history with the UFC has been rocky, so whether he actually lands on the card is still up in the air. Fight fans, which fight are you dying to see from Nate's return? McGregor 3, Poirier, or Mike Perry?
I would like to fight. I'd like to fight somebody.
Man, for the right price.
I'm ready to get back in real action. I want to fight either McGregor 3. I want to fight maybe Dustin Poirier if he's happy to the pussy, and then maybe Mike Perry. We'll see what happens in the future, though.
You want the White House card?
Yeah, that'd be dope too.
McGregor on the White House card?
America gang, baby. You already know what's poppin'.
Dana White just came through with a press conference packed with updates on the White House event. Listen to this. One of the wildest reveals is that the president himself will actually review the fight card, not just handle the logistics or political side. This has been the talk of the town for weeks, with everyone wondering if Trump would really have a say in who steps into the octagon. And now it's official. He has to go through the entire card and give the UFC his stamp of approval. Dana didn't spill every detail, but he did mention that the UFC is weighing several card options and will pick the one that makes the most sense. While not every fight is confirmed, sources say the Topuria versus Justin matchup is almost locked in, making it one of the headline draws. With Justin being the biggest American champion right now, it's a strong indicator he and Topuria will be front and center. This also opens doors for massive international clashes, like Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane for the interim heavyweight title, which has the MMA world buzzing. Pereira might have to face Oldberg if he sticks at 205, but the White House card is the much bigger, historic stage.
You had the matchmaking for the White House. I know you're not announcing anything tonight, but I'm sure you have a framework and an idea in mind of what that card looks like. What can we expect? How many title fights? What does the White House look like?
We have like 2 different options laid out, and the matchmaking process has already started. So, yeah, we got the White House card done last week.
The card is done already to go?
Yep.
Nice. How many title fights are you able to say?
No. I'm not saying anything. So we laid out 2 different options. I didn't say it was done. I said the card was built. We've been kicking around a lot of ideas, and I don't know. Me and Borsari actually fly to D.C. this week and sit down with the president and his team and start walking them through not just the production, but the fight card. We have like 3 different options on all the different production stuff, and see what he likes and what he doesn't like. But let me tell you this, it is, this event is going to be so badass and so unique and so special and so expensive.
During his recent podcast appearance, Sean Strickland didn't hold anything back, dropping some wild details about a tense backstage run-in with Jon Jones and his brothers at a recent UFC event. Listen to this. Strickland explained that he ran into Jon and his crew backstage, and his brothers were throwing hostile looks, clearly trying to rile him up. Strickland said he felt the tension instantly, noting it seemed like they were just waiting for a spark to ignite. Luckily, it didn't blow up into a full-on confrontation. Still, the encounter clearly added fuel to Strickland's growing frustration with Jones. But the drama didn't stop there. Sean went on the record calling Jones out personally, labeling him a fake Christian while highlighting his past legal troubles. He argued that Jones projects this wholesome redemption image, yet incidents like DUIs and domestic violence allegations completely clash with that persona. Strickland even suggested Jones uses his faith as a shield to dodge accountability, exposing a real gap between the man's public image and his private actions. For Strickland, that contradiction was glaring, and he made it very clear he couldn't ignore it.
If I had to sculpt somebody, you could not build a better athlete for fighting than Jon Jones. Minus the coke and smacking pregnant women, and then steroids, and minus all that, the steroids and smacking pregnant women and bro. I heard he's a really nice guy.
Oh, he was great to me.
Unless you're in a Vegas hotel, makes me laugh, dude. I was at a fight and we fought, and I think he had a brother or dad, and they're just sitting there mad dogging me, and I'm like, bro, why are you guys mad at me? Did I hit the pregnant? No. Did I smack his wife? No. Did I do the drugs? No, dude. Why I go so hard on him? If he were to just be like, guys, I'm a piece of shit. I try not to be, but I'm a piece of shit. Then I'd be like, but he tries a Trojan horse, dude. He talks about God and as he's doing coke off a stripper. Be like, be the fucking villain, bro. You are a villain. You are not a good man. You are not a decent man. You are a piece of who is one of the best fighters in the world. Next time you hit a pregnant chick, bro, just drive faster.
Robert Whittaker just dropped a huge bomb on the Ariel Helwani show, confirming that his long-rumored move to light heavyweight is almost a done deal. He's 90% sure he's leaving middleweight behind for good in 2026. Listen to this. The former middleweight champ has been open about how brutal his recent weight cuts have been, saying the last few were especially punishing. At 35 and off camp, he's walking around at a solid 235 pounds, far above the 185 he's been forcing himself to make for years. Whittaker's targeting a June return, planning a full 3 to 4 month camp to sharpen new skills and catch opponents off guard, with talks happening this week in Vegas to lock in the final details. The light heavyweight division is looking wide open right now. Champ Alex Pereira has even teased a jump to heavyweight, potentially facing Cyril Gane if Tom Aspinall's eye recovery drags out, which could vacate the belt and create a fast path for contenders. Top fighters like Magomed Ankalaev, Yuri Prochazka, Jan Blachowicz, and Khalil Roundtree are all in the mix, but Whittaker believes his complete, well-rounded skill set gives him a real shot to rise to the top.
Wow, 205, Rob.
Mate, the last couple cuts have been hard, and I know the growing trend is like Rob's a small middleweight, but I'm just short with stumpy arms, okay, and like I'm tall, I'm short for the division anyway, so there's not much difference going up. They're taller than me anyway, down in middleweight. Like I'm a big guy, but like people don't realize how long it takes me to get down to the weight.
So, like, could I ask, right now you're in between fights, in between camps, how much do you weigh?
Like 235 maybe? I feel like the division's open.
Yeah.
Fights had. I feel like there's a lot of guys that I can, my skill set can prevail on. But like I said, like wait and see. We're gonna have some conversations with some people this week and we'll lock things in after.
So a few chats over in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm in the area. So
Yeah. You might as well.
I can organize something.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss your daily dose of MMA news.